Well, we're here in the midst of a sweltering heat wave. But I'm Nick Park of Evangelical Alliance Ireland, and this is our weekly message. It's Friday, but Sunday's coming. Billionaires have been in the news a lot this week. You know, billionaires taking space flights. I'm not interested. I don't really care what billionaires get up to. I would prefer they just kept out of the headlines altogether. But anyway, one of these billionaires, after he returned from his little jaunt into space, announced that he was giving $100 million to two individuals as a special award for courage and civility. One of the individuals was a reporter. In fact, the first I heard about this thing was a friend of mine giving off on social media because the reporter was from a TV station that isn't his favorite one. Yes, you're correct. He is from the United States, because in the United States, everything has become so polarized that even what TV station you watch is a politically partisan position. But what really struck me was this. Imagine giving somebody $100 million for being civil. Being civil is something we all should be able to do. You know, it's not like civility is something amazingly rare and unique. We should all be civil, because the alternative to being civil is to be uncivil, the incivil. The alternative to civility is name calling, is insulting people, is lying about people, is rather than dealing with people's positions, attacking them personally. And these are things that none of us should be doing. And the idea that you should get a $100 million award for doing something that everybody should be doing anyway really illustrates what a strange society we are living in today. And that's not just in this area. I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but the major footballing governing bodies, UEFA and FIFA, give out fair play awards, which when you think about it is absolutely ridiculous. What a fair play award means is this: hey guys, you didn't win any main competition, but since we recognized that everybody else was cheating, we decided to give you a fair play award because you didn't cheat as much as everybody else. What an absolute nonsense. Instead of giving fair play awards in the football world, wouldn't it be better if they enforced the rules so that players didn't cheat, didn't dive, didn't pretend to be injured when there was absolutely nothing wrong with them? We shouldn't be giving out fair play awards for doing what everybody should be doing anyway. And in the same way, we shouldn't need to hand out $100 million to mark civility whenever everybody should be civil. But our society has descended into a place where so many people today, they want to name call, they want to insult. And sadly, this has infected the church as well. It's infected the church in other countries, and it has infected the church here in Ireland. And I believe we, as the followers of Jesus Christ, need to be different. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not allowed to express our views. It doesn't mean that we're not allowed to disagree with other people and to challenge statements that they might make or positions that they may hold. It doesn't mean that we're not allowed to criticize actions of companies or governments or broadcasting entities whenever we feel that they are wrong. But we can do all of this while being civil. We can do all of this by telling the truth. We can do all of this by dealing with the issues instead of attacking the personalities, without poking fun at people all the time, without telling lies, without posting things on social media that are questionable or even downright untrue. And when these practices come into the church, they show that the church is not evangelizing the world, but the world is evangelizing the church. The world is bringing its incivility, its insulting, it's lies, it's name calling, it's mocking. The world is bringing these things into the church, and they are becoming part and parcel of Christians' behavior. I truly believe that Christian leaders need to take a stand on this. As a pastor myself, I believe that we should lead by example. Our social media feeds should not be marked by mockery of others or attacking personalities. They should be civil. Equally, whenever we are using people and appointing people into leadership positions in churches and ministries, we should look for civility as being an important Christian characteristic. We shouldn't say, oh, well, they're gifted, they're popular, so it doesn't matter if they're into calling people names all the time. That's not good enough. We're not supposed to be like the world. We're supposed to be different from the world. Jesus said we are to live in this world, but we are not to be of the world. Wouldn't it be wonderful if the Church of Jesus Christ would take the lead in being civil to one another? If we could be markedly different from the trend in society. You know, I wish the same was true of the football. Whenever I see players diving and then the next day I'm seeing people stating how these players are openly Christians, that breaks my heart. I don't believe cheating is part of being a Christian. And a Christian should not need to be motivated by a fair play award, but should play fair anyway. And a Christian should not need to be motivated by an award for civility, but should be able to behave in a civil and respectful manner to others at all times. As Christians, let's take the lead in this. Let's evangelize our society instead of allowing our society to evangelize us. May God bless you, and invite you to join us again next Friday for another message from Evangelical Alliance Ireland, because it might be Friday, but I believe better days are ahead because Sunday's coming.